And while news of the demise of Rotimi Akeredolu is circulating, we also hear that former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Ghali Naaba, is dead. Details of his death are quite sketchy, but Naaba was Speaker of the House between 1999 and the year 2003. He reportedly passed on this morning, Wednesday, this morning. There are reports that he died at a hospital in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. And according to family sources, the late Naaba battled with an ailment undisclosed for a long time before passing away.
For some of us, in fact, when I was in Kano, my own house was not far away from his. Garden Humar Nahaba. For people that know him during Obasanjo first tenure, he was on the verge of even making sure that the president was impeached. He's no nonsense man, and he's a kind of politician that have mind of his own, and that is the reason why even the government of PDP made sure he did not return to that particular house. For some time now, he was abroad, partially having a stroke, staying with his family and coming back. Well, one thing that is so certain, whether you are a politician, you are not a politician, you cannot live forever. And that is one of the lessons that every Nigerian should have, especially the politicians, that they will do as if they will not die, and they will do as if, you will see, look at the picture of Aketi doing like this, 4+4, and when he was doing that 4+4, God was watching him. You will not finish that the second tenure, and that is how to everybody, either you are politicians or not. But what is important is that a lot of lesson needs to be learned from this. The president must learn that we must follow the rule of law at all times. Lucky Aiyedatiwa must also learn that you don't jump the rungs. If it is your turn, if God has ordained you in the spiritual realm, there is no way you are not going to be governor. Now today is the governor as we speak. Then also the Ondo State House of Assembly needs to learn that they must work according to the law. Even the families or some cronies that were trying to use Akeredolu to really amass wealth, they know that one has ended today. Then another one again, the commissioners of Akeredolu, that they think that if the man should leave, that is their food has ended, whether they like it or not. Immediately Aiyedatiwa has been sworn in today, he has the right to dissolve, and I won't be surprised between now and Friday we will surely dissolve that particular cabinet. Everybody must know there is a time to be born, there is a time to die. Everybody will die at one point in time, but what is important is that before we be a history, we should be a very good history, and that is the thing.
Thank you so much, Mr. Adegbenro, for that. Anyways, the executive arm of government, particularly the presidency, did not approve of the late Ghali Naaba's style of leadership at the time. Consequently, a greater part of Naaba's tenure witnessed grand plots by the presidency to oust him so as to replace him with a compromising legislator. This actually severed the relationship between the House and the presidency. He survived till the end of his 4-year tenure on the 3rd of June 2003. In August of 2002, the House then gave President Olusegun Obasanjo an ultimatum to either resign or face impeachment action. As Speaker, Naaba said the House would not withdraw the resolution. Naaba was a leader of the impeachment movement, and it was reported that Obasanjo gave members of the House inducements to bring charges against Naaba at the time. In April 2003, he sought a re-election into the House of Representatives on the platform of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. The presidency brazenly lost the battle of removing him as speaker, of course, cashed in on that opportunity. They extended the animosity to his re-election bid. Mr. Shokwiton, what do you recall about the late former Speaker of the House of Reps, Ghali Naaba?
I mean, you look back at those days and with a bit of nostalgia, it's not as if he was a saint or anything. But when you look at what you have today, it's a travesty and a tragedy that even as bad, in quotes, as those legislators may have been at that time, they are like angels compared to the people that we have today. In terms of providing that necessary constitutional role of being the checks and balance
for
the
government.
executive.
Yes.
It's a shame what we have today, where, for all intents and purposes, the National Assembly is just the parastatal of the federal executive government, where the president will issue directives to the Senate president, the president of the Senate, So those days are the days when we still had some vibrancy in terms of opposition, even when they were of the same party. When these politicians were the same party, you see them being deliberate about trying to play their role of opposing the executive and pushing back and providing checks and balances and oversight as the Constitution requires of them. So we wish that we'll have more principled politicians like this gentleman. It's a sad story. I think he was 67 or so. So still relatively not, I won't say young,
but not old.
Very old. Yeah, but you won't say he was an old man. So I saw a video of him trending on social media, I think earlier this year.
Working with his small kids.
Yes.
He was abroad. That was when he was abroad.
I think he was in the
recuperating
UK
yes,
like that, and I felt very bad, about the transience of power, and the human condition. It's a condition that we all suffer from. So may his soul rest in peace.
Amen.
And like Mr. Adegbenro has aptly said, we all need to pick lessons from this high-profile deaths that we're seeing. Another thought that occurred to me is, you saw that this high-profile Nigerian in the UK trying to recuperate and all that. How many people can afford to go to the UK? And that's still another cautionary tale that we need to tell, and we need to look at ourselves as a country and find a way to do better. Nigerians are dying in droves. So these two Nigerians who are high-profile Nigerians, Akere Dodo was not in Nigeria for a long time. These two high-profile Nigerians who have died had access to medical care abroad and all that. They still died. How much more or how much less Nigerians in their hundreds of thousands, maybe millions, definitely thousands that are dying every day from totally avoidable things. Totally avoidable. I lost my wife my late wife under extremely, conditions that you would realize that if we were in a better society, she would not have died.
Yes.
She would still be alive today. This is a fact. I was the one that got her to the hospital. The conditions were just dismal. So we still need to continue to fight this battle with our political leaders to fix this country. Not everybody can fly abroad. Not everybody can get recuperation opportunities in the UK or wherever. For those of us that can't, the teeming majority that can't, can we please have a chance at life? Such that when you have little accidents, you don't just end up dead, just like that, for no reason, like chickens. Nigerians are dying like chickens on a daily basis. And I have some friends, I will say these things, and they say, what do you mean? The healthcare system in Nigeria is not bad, because they support, some government or some political person. And I just look at them and I pray, I always pray in my heart to them, may it not hit you, may Nigeria not happen to you. So I really think that we need to continue to fight this battle with our political leadership to fix Nigeria. Nigeria is not
in addition,
quickly, sir.
It's not working.
I must tell you, this one is a current issue. A particular private hospital in Lagos State did an operation for a particular woman. I know the woman, I know the husband. I think for fibroid. After that, went home. She was feeling some inconvenience. They have to take her to another hospital. Could you believe? For 2 months, they forget cottonwood that is much more than this of my hand in that woman's whatever. For 2 months. If not because they are a little bit wealthy that they could go to a tertiary health institution, when they remove it, the number of who for 2 months. And I've told the husband, don't worry, thank God that the woman has been operated, they've removed it. That hospital will be closed down. I've told him, just wait.
It's a lot.
It must be prosecuted, and that is to show the kind of hospitals we have. Do you know the number of poor people? Look at the one in Plateau State, because they are not high profile person. Did they supposed to die the way they died?
It's a lot.